The app that started as one student's idea for a class project is now a reality. The official app for San Jose State University is making its way to the hands of Spartans. Maylea Saito has the story.
This semester, students have a new all-in-one resource to connect with Spartans and find out campus happenings. The SAMI app started as an idea by alum and former AS member Aaron Friedman, who wanted to create a different way for students to find out about clubs and events.
Maybe we see a bunch of flyers on a bulletin board and it's just clutter, it's noise. So the goal is to kind of cut that off and to kind of streamline how you're getting the information.
Friedman originally conceptualized the app for a business class in 2015, then pitched it to student involvement where the project got handed off to multiple departments. In May 2017, Friedman was told by AS Executive Director Terry Hunter-Wimbley that his project secured funding of about $12,000 to be developed by an external vendor.
She popped her head out and she's like, "Aaron, did you hear your app got funded?" I'm like, "No, it didn't."
The app made its debut at the beginning of this semester, where students got to download SAMI to get access to events and free merchandise during weeks of welcome.
Since then, most of the app's activity can be found on the student feed. Here, students could share news, questions, or some laughs.
Especially for a student who's taking classes and stressed out all the time, giggles is like your, key to success, I guess. And so I started using the app just to get giggles out of it.
The app is also a hub where clubs can share their events and students can post about lost and found items and rideshare requests.
And that's like a really cool, you can't really do that with, other apps. Like you got to go to SAMI to get something done like that,
While the app is still new and building a consistent user base, some students do not feel like it fits their needs, preferring other tools such as Canvas.
Highly likely use it if I was a freshman just to familiarize myself with the campus. But since I've already been here for a few years, the Canvas app is good enough.
According to Mosaic, who previously worked on the project, SAMI is currently being managed by Bonnie Sugiyama of the Pride Center and Gender Equity Center. She was not available for comment. On campus, Maylea Saito for Update News.
And Friedman says that he hopes the app continues to be marketed by administration, ensuring that students are aware and utilizing the resource.
The Me Too movement spreads dialogue about sexual violence. It began in 2007 by activist Tarana Burke, and it recently gained resurgence after a tweet by actress Alyssa Milano. With many hashtag movements, many now ask, what are the impacts and what do we do now? Maylea Saito has more on the story.
The question of what now arises after survivors of sexual assault and harassment began posting Me Too on social media last week. While these posts illustrate the prevalence of sexual violence and show unity with other survivors, there is a growing conversation surrounding the source of the issue and the movement's impact.
The first thing that we need to do really is have some ownership in how we perpetuate the patriarchy, how we are perpetuating misogyny within society.
Londi names these concepts, which are characterized as a culture of men having dominance over women, as to why sexual violence is so commonplace. One way some men have been responding to Me Too is with posts that begin with the hashtag #IWill.
As ways they can help themselves and help other people improve, so that way they can recognize situations that may be uncomfortable or may be sexually harmful.
As for impact, Me Too also raises awareness of the diversity of whom are being affected. According to multiple studies nationwide, 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men are sexually assaulted in their lifetime.
A lot of men do get molested as well, and also a lot of lesbians or bisexual or pansexual women, women who are with relations with other women who get molested as well. And we need to be more inclusive and understand that.
Aside from just social media, there are many ways Spartans can create safer communities. Tanya Bakru, professor and program coordinator of Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies, suggests educating oneself on topics such as women's rights, what sexual violence encompasses, and why survivors can be hesitant to come forward.
Even things like interrupting sexist jokes or calling other men out on sexist remarks or objectifying women or talking about sexuality only in terms of competition and domination and using that kind of language.
While the Me Too movement is effective in facilitating a necessary dialogue, there are some triggering aspects that can come with it. Christina Londi says that the weight of coming forward through Me Too can have a negative impact to survivors who are being re-exposed to these traumas.
There are many layers to the discussion surrounding sexual violence, its perpetrators, and those who are being affected. With more than 12 million posts, comments, and reactions on Facebook within 24 hours last week, according to Facebook Trends, Me Too proves that sexual violence affects far too many of us. On campus, Maylea Saito for Update News. San Jose State's boost in enrollment is causing parking concerns for students and university partners. Impacts to the park and ride overflow lots may be on the horizon.
Spartan commuters are receiving notices that the park and ride overflow lots, which are owned by the San Jose Giants and Municipal Stadium, may be unavailable in the near future. The two overflow lots located 8 blocks south of main campus are open to commuters in the event that the main park and ride lot fills up.
Having the overflow is just like gives me like a sense of satisfaction knowing like I can still park somewhere using my parking permit.
Employees of San Jose State Parking Services say that due to 11,000 new students this semester, they had to increase the number of days that the overflow lots had to be opened. Because of this, the San Jose Giants have been warning SJSU that their rising usage of the lots may lead to future unavailability.
We're just providing advance notice because we don't want to surprise anyone, in the event that happens. We hope it doesn't happen. We're still working with the San Jose Giants management to come up with an agreement to continue using their parking lots.
Update News reached out to the Giants, but they were not available to comment. Although there is no hard date yet on if and when the lots will be unavailable, the notices have already caused some confusion along with general worry from commuters.
For me, I already stress out about coming to school and finding parking, and I feel like it shouldn't be something that I should be stressing out about.
I can tell that students are very frustrated, and not just students, faculty members as well, and staffs.
With a record high of more than 40,000 total Spartans on campus this year, according to SJSU enrollment, drivers are feeling the impact on their commute.
While gripes about parking may seem all too common at SJSU, according to data from AS Transportation Solutions, drivers only account for 32% of the school's population. This number has gone down from 49% since 2001, as more and more students are utilizing public transit to get to school.
As an alternative to SJSU's Park and Ride program, Parking Services and AS Transportation Solutions have been encouraging the usage of VTA's free park and ride lots and light rail service to get Spartans out of their cars and into their classrooms more efficiently.
The Parking Services Office says that in the event that the overflow lots become unavailable, overflow parking will be moved to another location around South Campus.